Hi, F here. So, with the release, quote unquote, of matched play beta, um, I've seen quite a few people who have not had much experience with 6v6 before starting to play in the 6v6 format, and I decided to record a game and then comment on it for you to understand what my thought processes are while I play and sometimes how I generally just do things. It can help you in the way of looking at how a high skill player does things mechanically, but I think what is more important for you are things to look out for or pay attention to when you are playing 6v6. Uh, and basically, you adjust your playstyle accordingly. To give you a little heads up, my usual playstyle is I will fill out the gaps that my teammates are leaving behind in 10v10. I don't do that much different here in 6v6. It's just that I have to fill much larger gaps because you can't just cover everything with numbers here. And here you see the teams in itself, they are relatively mid skill, actually quite a high standard deviation, with me and Cats being the T7s, Psyche and RF being 6s, and then, well, yeah. To be honest, looking at that, it looks like my team does have a slight edge in terms of skill here, at least just according to the badges. So, yeah, but for me, I know Schrödinger's Cats and Psyche, so those are people I have to look out for. The rest are relative unknowns to me, so I'll just see whatever comes along the way. And here we start in shipping, uh, meaning they start on. We start where? They start shipping. Good spawn for us on Tram. Here I notice the com is auto. Yeah, I notice the com is auto assisting mess up, and my usual way how I play this is just going through the window for a cheeky base play, and here I noticed already Megalo killed Schrödinger's Cuts, the T7. This is why I'm not going in immediately and want to set up an ambush here in the main base. I also saw Psyche died. Here's the com logging in. Another Marine died in Logi, he's running away, and I'll just see what damage I can do. I noticed the guy from Ops returning, and I missed my second bite. So that's unfortunate, otherwise I would have been able to kill him as well. Apparently he was just rotating over to logistics, so he didn't even know I was there. That was a little bit of bad luck. But we have 4 parasites out, that's good, so we know where most of their team are. And we can play accordingly. With Marines lost one in elevator, now they're about to lose another one in hub, and I got to kill the third one. They, I think by that point, still have 1 IP, meaning they are in quite a spawn queue. I decide to go for heal because I don't think I would be very useful in the next engagement with just 16 HP, and want to help RF here on the RT. He killed a Marine, he's probably low, and I was a little bit too late here, so just so you're wondering, I'm pausing a little bit in between because this goes incredibly fast and I have to explain my thought process a little bit here. So instead of just diving in, because I think the Marine is still full, I just wait here for an ambush, and I see Megalo being in position for the Parasite. When he is distracted, I ambush him. That was a really bad ambush by me, by the way. I thought the third bite connected, which apparently it didn't, so I was moving away, and he was quite far away and got a lot of damage. I had to play that very careful. Megalo there did a good job at softening him up. And here, for me, the most important thing was just getting the Parasite up. We lost both Skulks here, but that is okay. We traded an RT for that. And yeah, we have not lost anything to we haven't lost anything there, so that was pretty nice. Here I'm staying on distance. Katz knows that I'm here, waiting for reinforcements. That they, well, he was low, so just one bite, so that was fine. And here I'm trying to sneak through the lanes to bite Logi, finding there's a marine camping there. Just barely managed to get out, and instead of trying to get a bite in and die, I decide to just retreat because, well, if I die, they know where I am for the next 12 seconds, meaning dead, and then for the next couple of seconds they know where I will be, which means in our territory. So I'm not behind their lines, which by far they don't know that easily. And the information game here is very important to keep track of everything and all of that. So here I see two guys biting, dying in repair, and we have two in mezzanine, so two repair, two mezza. Well, me as Lurk being out going for the defense, Megalo doing a good job killing one, and here 3 Marines died. I'm not sure if they're still on 1 IP by now or not. If they are, mighty spawn queue, and spawn queues are good, but that means we can do damage. That's exactly what I'm doing. And here is the, well, 1 Marine. I have a scout there, confident we can engage together. He dies. I see a 2nd Marine. I just immediately fuck off. Healing on the gorge, and then I'll see what I can do elsewhere. Just scouting around, see 2 in repair, hoping one of them is low. And here I just completely fail in engagement. Just hitting 3 bites out of all of that. Getting out just barely. If the Marines around Katz would have actually paid some attention there, I would have been dead. We did not kill the TRT. We should kill RTs. Getting region so I don't have to go back to Hive and or Gorge. See, the Marine is welding stuff, and that was Katz again, so he must have gotten a weld somewhere. He went from repair through to elevator. We have, here I noticed 2 in ET was just a skulk, even though he kills one, that's nice, but I'm not going to risk it, especially with 2 in repair. So I decide, okay, we just group up over there and kill that RT. And here, a really clean fight from me, barely getting any damage. The region will keep me capped completely. I'll see what I can do in Logi. Seeing 2 Marines here, wondering if I can dive one, but one of them was looking towards me, so I'm leaving. Megalo, again, doing a good job killing one, trying to help him with spikes without going in too deep. Didn't want to risk it. There was a 2nd Marine again in Logi. So here we have the other 2 in elevator. Meaning we have some room again here. Some room to kill another RT. So by now, yeah, we can hear the Marines are in observation. Or I think I actually heard them in south tunnels instead. Like there was 1 observation. And I was a little bit lucky not to just die to that random shotgun shot there. But I 2 Marines killed, but that didn't help much. There's 1 Marine that saves it. And I was hoping that's only 1 Marine here. I mean, I killed one, but in itself, this fight was just, well, kind of stupid. All I did was send one of them back to their main, but right next to a gate, it doesn't help. I just got a lot of damage. So it was a useless fight for me. Could have had a different fight somewhere else better. Here, that one was actually also a little bit stupid because I was scanned by the ops. If the Marines would have paid attention, they would have just turned around and killed me. In this case, I killed 1 shotgun, which was lucky. And now with the fade up, I don't have to play as aggressive anymore to go for kills. I can still do a little bit, but I can leave the majority of things to the fades. And here, here you see we have free gate. All of our aliens are in ET. I am not biting the PG right now because I am not full health, and the Marines when I'm attacking this and they go through, they know immediately there's an alien on it, so they will just basically pre-fire the floor. So I'm waiting here, waiting for some ticks and trying to get some free picks of Marines until my team is here. There was actually a very good flank trap by the Marines. The fact that we managed to keep the Lurk and the Fade alive there, and 2 Skulks, is amazing. That was really painful for the Marines. While the Skulks are doing damage over there, I'm just looking around. There was a Marine somewhere over here. Or I found him. And see what is happening on this side of the map. Marines still do not have repair. Second Marine incoming, not full enough to fight that. RF diving to Marines. I'm just going back to heal and grabbing aura. Okay, since we killed elevator, I think our presence over there should probably be a little bit stronger, and here's some decent teamwork between RF and me. I thought there were 2 here. He's a little bit far behind, and I don't know what he was doing. I mean, probably we're just waiting for someone to bite the RT, then come in to kill him off immediately. Doesn't work against aura. And here I'm a little bit out of, let's say, contention. I mean, there's RF who will keep me safe here, so I can just bite, but I do not know what's going on. I could have listened to what was going on, because 2 and OR were just called out, and Gate and OR was also called out. I did not really pay attention to that. I was more paying attention to RF here, see how, if, like, I was more looking at his movement, seeing if he's in trouble, if I have to leave the RT. He did a good job killing the Marine, so I wanted to bite some extra res, and then I noticed Bingo's on the gate, so I rotate there as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, the Skulk dies here, so here I'm flying up, because same reason for why I basically didn't bite the gate and elevator. When the gate is bitten, or the Marines will basically just chase through shooting. More often than not at their body level or the floor, depending on if it's Fade or Skulk or Dark. And usually I'm above them, so because Marines won't look up when they face through, so I can get out relatively safely. Like this, not getting any damage. And now I see the gate is done, actually. I did not expect that. I wanted to kill that and not help the Fates, which we have 3 of, by the way, right now, because I was a little bit afraid of them having Power Surge for some reason. And that's 15 T-Res down the drain, and me seeing 4 Marines there is just, for me, yeah, I won't fight that. That's the entire team, except 1. So I can just go on the gate. I see some Marines dying. In fact, I think like 3 of them died by now. Now the 4th, flying up again to avoid the damage. And now the team is here to help clear the gate. I let the Skulk clear the rest, and I will scout around to see what's happening. I'm scanned there, and I see, okay, we have Marines in elevator, people complaining about the teams. And then I'll see what I can do for damage over here. It's just, here is the surrender of that round. So basically just a lot of keeping track. Where are the Marines? Where are my aliens? Where can I help them? And like with where are the Marines, you can also know how many Marines died. 6v6, that's relatively easy to do. Now here we had NFGS come, who did not look like he was jumping out a lot. So we had 5 Marines on the team, on the field. And if we killed 2 of them and they had a IP, like one side of the map when there was no gate was relatively open for probably the next 25 to 30 seconds, more than enough time to kill an RT. You just have to keep an eye on how do the other Marines rotate to fill the gaps and maybe defend their RTs. And in 6v6, just killing a group of 2 Marines, if they are somewhere, then it's a relatively good breather. And let's continue to the Marine round. Alright, so same spawns, they have warehouse, we have shipping. I see I'm close to the Logi spawn, so I'll go Logi. And pretty much see, okay, no one is. Cyber is now rotating to me late. My thought here was if I stayed alone, I would check the vent before I build the RT, in case a Skulk is there. And now that Cyber is here, I was okay, he's building there, I will check the hallway, and funnily enough, Katz was in the vent, he picked him off, so I couldn't save my mate, unfortunately. But now I was relatively sure that no other Skulks would be here. On that note, so we have now all 5 Marines, 5 on the field again. 3 on the right lane, 1 in the middle lane, and I'm in repair, and basically I'm with Megalo the furthest progressed, but he is parasited. Right now I'm just chilling between hub and repair to scout and zone the lane a little bit. Now I see, alright, they are hub, I can go back to repair and just be sneaky. See what I can pick off. Like did a really good parasite here. Doing a little dance around the pillar and see what I can do with the time that I have to push. I did not expect them to already have 4 processing, that's quite dangerous, but I was just checking in case I needed to. Seeing the Skulks there, and here I noticed multiple Skulks, and I just positioned back to have a better position to deal with them. Fortunately, I was not able to kill one. Rush, I think, was low, or still is, so that's like I did 20 on one, 90 on the other. And Megalo like killed 2 Skulks, saved the RT, great job, and here he's actually getting ambushed and still kills him, so amazing job by him. That was quite nice. We killed 3 Skulks here. Hurting us cuts, actually fucking up his play here, not being able to parasite me and just dying for nothing. And because I'm not parasited, I decide to wait here in North Tunnels for any Skulk that wants to go through the vent, the X where spawned. I did not necessarily want Bingle to be here with me, and now he's revealing my position, so he kind of forced me to play aggressively. Now, from the nice call, I thought actually quite a lot of aliens died. I was not 100% sure, because I thought, okay, when they die, when a lot of them died, they will lose a tunnel, and they will think the base rush will be the next best options. Here I see, okay, they are actually a couple of Scouts alive and the Gorge, so shouldn't necessarily needed to have gone back, but okay, I'm here for RF now to help him out, and here I wanted RF to stick with me. He will do in a moment, and I'll just take a much better position than they had before. Fortunately, the tunnel was still full pretty much, but I was hoping to kill the tunnel here, otherwise I would have gotten back to server room. Now with the lurk here was like, okay, yeah, I won't win this fight, I just kill all the Skogs that I can. And we lost 2 Marines here basically, if they can do ET damage if we wouldn't have killed the Scouts. And the tunnel is getting healed, Cyber will probably die there. He's engaging a tunnel. Repair is being attacked, we lose another Marine. And here I see Bingle rotates in, I'm basically just covering his back, waiting, and like, I did not expect the lurk there at all. I also didn't really expect him to redive this. Just going back in case he wants to go Logi. Well, of course he didn't, because that would have been actually quite stupid of him to be. And we are actually... that's a really nice thing to explain here, because many people don't know that. In 6v6, if you are that far ahead with all 5 people, like this is that's decent lane blocking, but you have 2 in repair, 2 in mezzanine up, can push in that position. You are in a strong position, you can push, you can do damage, they have to defend or trade, but in this position, trading is rough for them. They will lose a lot, especially since they are not in our side of the map, so they'd have to go through us. We lost 2 Marines on mezzanine, and they are on ET right now. So here we are on Horn. I wouldn't have expected him to go back to me. I thought he would go through. So the comm and the guy from the repair event grouped up on us, and well, we killed the RT. I didn't want to go any further into their hive, because why? We are parasited, they have respawn us, they have a life form probably nearby, I would just die there. So the choices were push platform north tunnels, or hold this position, or go back, which I actually opted to do because I wanted to be closer to the guy in hub, because he was fairly alone and I didn't want to abandon my lane. On that note, I left Bingle alone. I almost got the lurk there, so I think if I would have stayed with Bingle, we might have been in a better position. So here I decided to just work on there, and that was good play by Katzenfleischer there. I again did not expect him there. I actually thought that Cyber was still in hub to cover my back. So good play by them. Yeah, we lost logistics on that. We lost repair on that. So I wanted. So yeah, Bingle doing a good job on Logi there. Right? Not like we could have easily lost it there. I thought I was the first shotgun on the field, and actually I wasn't, but I wanted to use this shotgun to impact on the field, and I knew Katz was an elevator, so I wanted to trap him there, because I'm not parasited. He was a little bit faster than I thought he was, but I managed to get him anyway, because he just did not expect me. I also did not expect that Skunk to survive there. And my teammate just saved my ass here. I think I should have stayed with my teammates here. That was actually a mistake by me. I probably would have survived if we'd had armor too, but we didn't, so that's entirely my fault here, I think. I think Hitman could have jumped back here into the hive to met Cyber against the Gorge. And while the lane on elevators open, so I'll take that one, expecting that they would go there. And I heard one in front of the elevator vent, so I just wait here because I don't know would go through the vent, which he would right now, or if he would have gone through elevator. So it's nice we did not lose an RT on the left or right. So yeah, there's the pressure going on. And here I kind of would have hoped I could jump over the gorge, over the web to kill the gorge, but anyway, we were in a good position. The double pressure was happening again. So they were able to deny more, but we got the tunnel. And here I don't know what the gorge was doing. Just not being smart. And neither was the Fate here. Going through the vent against an LMG, I mean, I did decent damage, so he couldn't fight us. Just reloading everything, killing the SRT, and assuming they have server hive already. I didn't ask. I decided to go back, and then I see, okay, don't have much players alive right now. We have one more about to die to a likely, and we have a gate bloop. So I just didn't want to compromise our position on the map as a whole team, and decide, okay, it's time to not die right now. Go a little bit more defensive, and then get the gate over here up. We did the damage. No need to overcommit. And yeah, here I see a lurk basically trapped. I did not expect him to just turn around, but I think he saw me. I think they have aura by now. Maybe not. Bingle and Megalo doing a good job though, getting him. That's another lurk down. Free drifter for me. Oh, okay, Fate is here. That was a little bit disappointed that the Fate didn't die. I would have expected him to, with all the damage I did and the shotgunner rotating in. So that happens. Yeah, and here we had two Fates, a Skulk, a Lurk, so... I was actually expecting the aliens to be on the gate already here. I think the fact that we killed the Skulk there, and I don't know if the Lurk was damaged. I got one of the Fates low, so decent rotation in through the gate, so we kept our stuff. Right now we are on the defensive here, especially with that lurk in that observation vent is big. And here, you just saw the Skulk in logistics. I thought it was like over the doorway in logistics, and if Cyber would have kept his position, we would have been able to kill him. That's why I called him out to be there, and yeah, somehow he got out. And the reason why I went through that way, if you hit that Logi jump. Oh yeah, that was actually a really bad engagement from me, and quite lucky that I survived, that I killed those two Skulks there. But yeah, why I go through the shipping to Lodge event, if you hit all the jumps perfectly, that way is a bit faster than going through the normal way. Here I see, okay, elevators open. Going through, maybe I can do some damage in mezzanine. None of us are parasited right now, so we have a little bit of free real estate to do anything. One of the fates is low again. The Lark is on the gate. The Skulk died, so basically we are just tacking up here. So right now, just playing a defensive game, being maybe looking for a life form kill there. And yeah, here the aliens are on gate, and I almost fucked it up. Thank God my teammates are covered for me there. But yeah, that's a life form kill. If we had mines here, I probably would have been able to flush that lurk out. But, well, I didn't. Time for me to do some extra damage, and actually quite happy that I got the Skulk there with half a mag left. Here I'm rotating back to deal with the Lark. The Skull killed me. I could have probably just stayed on the RT. Would have been better that way. But that's Captain Hindsight for you. I'm not 100% sure why they're biting the elevator RT when it's right next to a gate. So to be honest, with that gate setup, what else can you do? Basically, you just group up and you group up clear Marines and then do stuff. I did not expect Cats to re-engage me there, to be honest. I did some decent damage to him. And it's good against lurks and honors. We have 4 parasites here. That's actually a little bit dangerous. They could have easily seen that 4 of us were over there and made a play on that. Now we lost a couple of Marines there. They probably tried to force elevator. I wasn't there, so I wasn't quite sure what happened. Just getting the rest back up and... Oh, 60 TRS, so... Armor 3 would have easily been possible here. Me doing some bad aim here. I still did decent damage because the Fade actually did not expect me to do that much with the pistol. Yeah, armor 3 coming up now. Again, I saw that correctly. Honors is up, jetpacks will be up in 20 seconds, so that's a decent timing. So my main reason for why I wanted jetpacks is to just deal with that cat slurk. Annoying as hell. So the greater plan would have been to jetpacks to kill life forms and just keep that momentum up to kill the hive or hives. Oh yeah. Was thinking what happened here, but yeah, I killed the lark. There we have the skull going through a... Didn't necessarily play that smart. Just got my parasite off and got reparasited, so that was a little bit frustrating for me, just getting parasited all over the way. It's here I'm trying to help with killing the Onos. I wanted to... The Onos died already, but I would have been able to kill him here if he would have been able to get out. Now I actually ran into cats there, so that's rough, and against the Lurk and the Skulk with the jetpack. An unfortunate loss. I mean, I killed one Lurk with jetpack HMG. Actually, wasn't necessarily a worthwhile jetpack live there. Now, after we killed the Onos, we... After we killed the Onos, we should have just immediately pushed there. Oh, I didn't notice that we actually killed a Fade there. That was new to me. Got my HMG back. And cat killed me. That actually annoyed me a little bit, but I managed to reload the HMG for Bingo or whoever. So here I was calling for the push into. Yeah, I was calling for the push into dive because I think there was. I had the feeling we had enough of attack advantage, and they didn't have enough life forms to keep us on the back foot. I just got another jetpack. I wanted to keep the grenade launch, but he wanted it. So back. Don't know why I got. Don't know why I got a nano shield there, but threw in some nerf gas to help our entrance. So far, a couple of hallucinations. We got a fade kill here, and that's basically. Oh yeah, that lurk kill was actually quite lucky because I had no clue where he came from. Here I see the Skulk back in our base biting the ops, so I decide, yep, alright. I'll quickly go back. The other three have that. They don't have any life forms left, so just Skulks, they should be with it, and even if for some reason they die, we just re-push. Megalo doing his own thing over there. I personally don't think he should have, but own thing over there. But the Hive died, and where they surrendered. I don't know if that was like, if that gave you any insights to how I approach 6v6, but generally, I try to play a 6v6, and high-level players generally do that when they have 6v6 experience, and they also apply that to pubs, meaning 10v10. They try to be in positions where they can be very reactive in case the opponents do something, or in case an opportunity arises where you can kill a life form, or when your teammates push that you can help them if it's an important push. Just being very aware of where you are, where your teammates are, where your enemies are, what they are doing, how you react to that, having timings, like comes to micro when you kill 2 Marines or 2 Skulks, 2 Aliens. Okay, they will be out of contention next 12 seconds at least. So you don't have to deal with as much. And as on the Marine side, I like to keep track how many Marines of us are alive and where on the field they are, and I kind of to decide what my next play is according to that. When we basically when I was in a pressure situation where I was in mezzanine and I noticed all the Marines died on the other side of the field, I could have kept on pushing, but to be honest, pushing into server room would have been suicide there, most likely without me achieving much, so I would have died and kept the queue longer. We wouldn't have any Marines on the field, and we probably would have lost 2 RTs on that at least. So instead I decided, okay, I pull back, I stay alive, try to keep our economy up, and there was also a phase gate drop there, so not the phase gate. I was happy that I think it was Bill who was with me. Decided to just stick with me, so more Marines alive. We kept the right side res. All the spawners could fight. So that was also cool. Yeah, and on the other side, the other point where you have seen where we're in a evenly distributed forward position, where there were 2 mass, 1 hub, 2 repair. No spawners, everyone was out on the field in active positions. This is basically the place as Marine where you can do plays that will bring your team forward, and there you will be able to do what we did in this case, a double pressure to mass and to ore. They decided to defend ore, so yeah, they decided to defend mezzanine. That's where the tunnel was. So then they lost ore in the process. I think, not sure if we lost E, but I don't think we did. And yeah, there's also the thing when you are doing it, when you are in forward positions like that, you can rotate. Like if you are the guy in hub, you can rotate to any side very quickly. Or if in a repair wouldn't have decided to push ore, then probably would have lost like one state ore for res block and for in block, and the other one with rotated hub to then maybe help out in mezzanines, especially on Tram. If you are in positions like that, you can rotate to each other relatively well, and rotating two engagements is actually a very valid way of killing life forms. Also, especially in higher level. Alright, hope that gave you some insight. If you want me to continue doing that, if you just think that's entertaining or contains useful information, or just want to see me doing things, then well, yeah, then let me know and I can doing more of that. If not, I'll just leave it at that. I'll see. So yeah, then next time.